certified into market research and copywriting, then complete the course that you are looking at on the screen right now. I've given access to every member who have joined so far. So this course is easy to access. The next course, you will have to get yourself engaged in the community. So if you engage in the community, like talk to other people, encourage everyone, share your introductions, then you will be able to reach next level. And the meta course will only be available to those people who are at level 2 in the community. So start engaging now, because the meta course will be live next week. If you really want to learn it in detail, then I would suggest that you start engaging in the community now. We are not asking you to pay anything right now, it is free, but we want people who are really interested in learning. So if you're not interested in learning, you may not receive access, because if you're not logging in, if you're not engaging with anyone, then maybe you will not actually uh, need access. So we will definitely not be able to help you if you're not really interested. There are few people who have completed the certification, so tomorrow maybe I'll announce the names of everyone who has already completed some certifications. Today didn't get time to collect those names, but tomorrow we'll recognize everybody who has completed their meta ads creative certification, uh, which is live for I think almost 2 weeks now. So you, many of you should have already completed this market research and copywriting is live today. You can start completing this, also complete your certification. So this is it for the announcement point of view. Those who are still not part of the community and wondering how to join it, then you should sir, my LinkedIn, just search Girdari Saran, you will be able to reach my LinkedIn easily. Just search for Girdari Saran, you will find it. uh, those who are learning, interested in learning further, should join the community. There are, I think, still a scope of more than 500 people, I think. Yes. So we have 453 members. It will be free till 1000, so you still have a lot of scope. You can still join if you're interested. If you're not interested, that is fine, you can continue learning with the YouTube channel. That is all right, we don't want to force anybody. All right, let's come to the meta ads now. Anyone wants to explain what Shashank, your membership will be approved. It will take some time. We'll approve the membership after this class is over. I'll review all the pending membership and we'll approve it. So don't worry about that part. Now that will be approved. So anybody who is coming, giving right information like your name, email ID, looks a non spammy, we approve all those memberships. If you enter a name like 007XYZ, then we'll definitely reject those memberships. So make sure you have your correct name. Your email ID should not sound spammy. That is minimum you need to take care. We'll definitely help you get access to the community in that case. Now here is what we are discussing today. If you remember, on the day one, I'm just giving you a quick recap. On the day one, we discussed about some important settings on how to connect your Instagram, Facebook page with Meta, where you can connect pixels. So I didn't actually create the pixels, I just showed you where you can connect it. We'll create the pixel maybe tomorrow or day after if we get time. Then we discussed about where to actually give access to other members of the team, how to give partner access to your assets, how to set up the catalog inside your meta ads. So if you have missed those class, then I would say watch the video that we recorded uh, day before today, day before yesterday. So that is like 3 days ago. On Monday, I think we recorded that video. So watch that again, you will be able to understand what I'm talking about. Yesterday we discussed about three layers of the campaign. We started with the campaign, where are certain settings that you have to do at the campaign level, including identifying your objective of the campaign. Then based on that objective, you will be able to do certain settings within the ad at the ad set level. We also discussed broadly about the target audience, conversion locations, and other things. And then we finally reached at a stage where we had to actually build the creative and other things. And that is where we stopped yesterday. So I'll pick up from there. We'll talk about how to set up your custom audience. That will be first thing we will be covering. And then we'll talk about something very very important that directly connects to the previous classes that we had on copywriting. So basically what happens is, when you are actually trying to run a ad campaign, there are two three things that are very very important. One is, who is your target audience, whom do you want to see your ad. Okay, that is part 1 of your understanding. Part 2 is, what is their pain point, what kind of message you want to give them, and what kind of action you want them to take. So these are three important elements of your meta ads campaign or any ad campaign. You have a target audience in mind, you know their problems, you know what solution you are offering, how is it perfect fit, and then you also know what kind of action you want to take. So that is the entire copywriting framework in process. So you'll have to use that same copywriting frameworks that we discussed in the last classes. If you are not aware, then maybe watch the classes that we had last week about copywriting frameworks and how you can use the custom Gemini gems that we created inside the course itself, and how you can build your custom gems using those strategies. So that is important, and we'll discuss the customer persona, that is the subject of the class today. But before that, I want you to quickly understand the audience level settings. If you can see my screen clearly, just let me know that yes, we can see your screen clearly. So if you look at here, there is something on the screen which says use advantage plus audience. So this is the first thing you will encounter when you log in inside Meta, right? So what is advantage plus audience? Basically what Meta is trying to do is, Meta is trying to give you some audience that is most likely interested in your product or service. How Meta knows that? There's something called moment of conversion. So they are actually trying to buy maybe something similar, are already in market looking for something that is similar to what you are offering, and they will most probably target people based on what kind of captions you have, what kind of page or company website. It'll collect all the information about your business, and based on that, it will most likely target the customer that is more likely to convert on your website, take the action that you want them to take. So that's the advantage plus audience. Here you're giving maximum control to Meta, you're keeping only few control levers with yourself, rest all the controls you're giving to Meta. You're just giving some suggestions around whom do you want to target. Otherwise you're leaving it to Meta to target right people. So that's kind of an AI, advanced AI campaign within Meta. They also have something called advantage plus placement. You also have the dynamic creative. So if you combine all three, then you have maximum control with Meta. You lose the control that you have, the levers that you have. The advantage of this is that maybe with the manual intervention, maybe with your manual effort, you do not really understand who will convert. But based on your creatives, based on your targeting, based on the type of product and service you have, Meta may be able to identify audience who are most likely to respond. So it will automatically, if you read it here, it says we will automatically show ads to people who are most likely to respond. We'll show ads to people matching your suggestions. So you can definitely give some suggestions, but you do not have 100% control. So that's called advantage plus audience, and it's more like an AI driven campaign. So if you really want to learn, that's one part is generative AI, which is the AI that you use in Chat GPT, use in Perplexity, Gemini. That's the generative AI. But this is the different kind of AI implementation, where Meta has some pre-learning, machine learning about a specific, about the target audience that exists on Meta. They have segregated them into different category. There's something called in market audience. So in market is, let's say you click, so you have seen this happening with you, right? Let's say you click on a t-shirt ad inside Facebook or Instagram. The moment you click on a t-shirt ad, you will see that in next 5-10 minutes there will be 10 other t-shirt brands inside your feed. Where is that coming from? That is coming from the in market category that Meta maintains. So the moment you show interest in something, you are marked as an in market audience for that particular category for that specific period, maybe 7 day 10 days. So if you lose interest, then over time algorithm will also lose interest in you. If you are most likely convert, so there is this time frame in your mind when you're actively looking, very aggressively looking for that product, and Meta wants to target you on those specific moments of conversion. And that is the advantage of targeting with AI. So if you're not really sure who will convert, if you're not really sure if this is your definite target audience, if you're not really sure whether you can drive the campaign by the manual efforts, if you're not really sure you can convert the right people for your ad, then give this AI a chance. It will not be able to give you perfect convergence, but it will definitely give you a good head start. From there you can build your campaign. Once you have some convergence, once say let's say you have 100 200 convergence, and some of them are quality convergence, you can supply the offline. So there's offline conversion data also in case of B2B lead generation campaigns. In case of D2C, it is very clear. So if you're getting money, if people are paying you online, that means it's the right audience. The moment you hit 100 200 conversions, Meta is able to understand a lot more about your audience, and they can bring you more conversion by using that advantage, that learning that they had. This is why it is called advantage plus audience. So one of the campaign that you should build in your campaign strategy is an advantage plus campaign. So advantage plus audience, advantage plus shopping, advantage plus placement. We'll talk about the placement also. And it is slightly tricky but still very very helpful, but definitely you should give it a try. So that's about the audience segment. Let me quickly go back and choose the manual audience ones so that you can also go through that. So this is advantage plus campaign budget. We talked about CBO and ABO yesterday. I don't want to go back there and again talk about it, but there is something more important in the audience, and this we already discussed. If possible, we'll also create an instant form. I'll also explain there is something called conditional logic, which is very very important for you to understand. That means somebody is saying on WhatsApp they are not able to click on the link, so maybe if you send the link again, uh, if they are not able to join. Now we are in the uh, audience building. I think I'll, yeah, I clicked advanced, so I'll go back on the previous screen. We'll have to choose the right audience, and I'll show you how to actually define the audience properly. So we have checked the daily budget option already. Budget scheduling we discussed yesterday. Audience control, you want to discuss that. This is where we are right now. So advantage plus audience we already talked about. Now there's something called switch to original audience options. If you can see that on my screen, just say yes. There's something called switch to original audience options on the screen. I just zoomed in. So if you don't want to use the advantage plus audience, which is the default pitching that Meta is giving you right now, click on this button that says switch to original audience options. If you can see this on my screen, just say yes. If you can see this on my screen, just say yes in the chat window. There is something called switch to original audience option, and see where does it come. So I have not checked the advantage plus audience. I moved below the advantage plus audience. I'm here at the detail targeting option. So there's something called detail targeting here, and within detail targeting there's something called switch to original audience options. Okay, this is very very critical, so pay attention here. Click on this, and Meta will ask you again, do you want to switch to or advantage plus? Switch from advantage plus, because in advantage plus you definitely have, uh, if you are a new advertiser, you will have advantage using an AI campaign against the manual setting that you want to do personally if you don't really understand your target audience that well. So it is definitely an advantage that Meta is pitching you. But if you are an experienced advertiser, you will definitely love to go to the original audience. So you have to click on this option says original audience. Once you click here, you will have the entire audience set loading in your screen, and I'll show you all three options that comes with this. So now we are in the original audience segment. So here, if you look at the interest, there are, as I was talking about yesterday, there are three options that Meta gives you. There's demographics, there is interest, then there is behavior. So you can filter your audience based on these three parameters. You can filter on based on demographics, you can filter based on interest, you can also filter based on behavior, and then we'll go in detail on how to use these filters. So let's say let's now talk about an example so that it will be much more easy for you to understand. Now let's say that I want to advertise this very class to people on Meta. I can target 3 4 different personas. I can target students who are looking for a marketing course with certification. That could be one audience persona. Another audience persona is I can target people who are working professionals, 1 or 2 years experience, not exactly freshers or looking for a job. They are already in slightly advanced stage. I can target those people also. But can I use the same message that I'm using for students? No, right? I have to create a different kind of message for students where I'll talk about certifications, internships, industry exposure, maybe using that learning opportunity in your leisure time. For a working professional, I'll talk about upskill, next level of job opportunity, going to a higher career ladder. So that is more important for a working professional. I might also be able to target people who are running their own business, but they want to spend money on Meta or Google to get some advanced sales, right? Sankalp, I'll send you the link for attendance. Just wait for 5 10 minutes. This is day 3. I'm not able to look at the chat, so I request you all to pay attention for now. If you have any questions, you can keep posting. I'll come back there. So these are 3 4 different audience personas. I'll go into detail about audience persona. Right now, what we are talking about is we are talking about how to select that particular audience persona based on certain attributes inside Meta ads. So by default, Meta will give you these three options. It will give you demographics. So within demographic, you will have options like education. So let's say I'm targeting students. I'll target certain education level, right? At high school, people who are at the high school or university. This could be an education level for people like students that I want to target, right? So this is a demographic attribute. Then you want to target beyond education, you want to target people based on the field of study. So there may be people who have studied MBA, BBA, BCA. Those might be my target students, right? Somebody who is studying, let's say, BTech engineering might not be interested in a marketing class. So should I include that or exclude that? So that's the education level targeting. Then you can target specific universities and school. So maybe people who are in the tier 2, tier 3 cities and universities who do not have access to the advanced education may be interested in an opportunity like this more than somebody who is sitting in, let's say, IIT Delhi. They may already have lot more opportunities to learn. They may not want to come online and study with this kind of program, right? So that's the education level targeting you need to decide. Now this is education. Then you have finance. So in financial conditions, so financial, there will be certain financial attributes. You will have the income level. Household income is top 10%, which means the highest income level guys. then you have top 10 to 25%, then you have 25, then you have top 5%. So top 5% is luxury goods items, so you can definitely target these kind of, set up these kind of targeting. It also depends on certain locations the targeting is perfect, some location it not be that perfect. Next is in demographic, there's life event. So you can have anniversary, which is people who are away from hometown or family. Let's say you are from, so Meta would know which is your hometown, and Meta would also know which is your current stay. So they would know, right? Then you can like target certain people. There are certain products that are sold only to somebody who is away from home. So you're selling home decor item, you're selling items related to home services, you're selling item related to food order online, because people who are away from home, they may be not be able to cook, right? So that they may be interested in food that is available easily. Next is date of birth. So you can there are a lot of campaign that comes specifically on the like month of birth, date of birth. So you can target people based on this. You can target, let's say, somebody who is interested in a celebrating your birthdays at some place. You can also have some gifting items marketed specifically to people who have the birth month coming or upcoming birthday. Then relationships, friends of, so these are the like see this, you can specifically target people who are a friend of a man who has birthday in 7 days. So there are a lot of people there on internet who would expect a gift, right, on a certain day. So you can specifically target those people also. People who have recently moved, people who have birthday in a month. So you can target those on based on the demographic. So this is the demographic targeting. It may not be perfect in many cases. It may not be perfect, but still a good option. Similarly, I don't want to go in each and every option. You can definitely look at it. I want to look at the work. In work, you have employers, so you can search specific company names here. This again also is not perfect, and the reason is not everybody would list the company or employer on Meta. In fact, if I look at my own I think designation, it was not updated for a long time before I started my own company. It was not updated at all. So still be careful when you're targeting with based on this, but this is definitely an option that you have. So within the business and industry, there are so many other options available for you, right? So that's the targeting. Now I want to show you something very very important. So pay attention. First, you want to include people. So that's the first layer. You want to include people who are in certain demography, behavior, or condition, right? That's your layer one. And in your layer two, you want to have a additional filter where you say that I want to, let's say, I want to target people who are in advertising, but they should also understand marketing automation. So if you look at the left side, if you look at the left panel, you'll see what is the size of target audience, right? This is the estimated size basically. So when you put these filters on the left, you will see this estimated size on the right hand panel, right? So this is very important for you. Now now we are coming back here, and we are putting an additional sub filter. And the moment you put an additional sub filter, let's say here you want to choose marketing automation. So the number of audience here would be somewhere around 87 8,75,000 to 10 lakhs. So that is your audience size if you're only targeting people who are marketing automation and advertising. I mean, I selected marketing audience on both, but you can change this. Let's say I want to target freelancers first, those who have freelancing as career option, and those who are interested in marketing automation. So I specifically want to target freelancers and those freelancers who are interested in marketing automation. So you put two layers of targeting. The moment you put two layers of targeting, your audience size, estimated audience size will come down. So if you only target people who are like freelancers, you see here your audience size is very broad. So there are 30 lakh plus people who are interested in freelancing on Meta. But the moment you put an additional filter, you narrow your audience further, only freelancers, then this number comes down to only 13 lakhs, right? So this is like one third of audience who are also interested in marketing automation and have freelancing as their career. So I think why is keep coming like this. So you can these put these additional filter based on your demographic behavior and interest. So you can have any combination of these three here, and you can put multiple contact. Then see, this is another advantage plus opportunity that Meta gives you here. Let's say you have given all these options, but you are still not sure whether my targeting is perfect. In that case, what you can do is you can choose this option which says reach people beyond my detailed targeting selection when it is likely to improve my performance. So it is still giving you an option that after everything that you have targeted, if my AI tool, if the machine learning algorithm behind Meta's algorithm feels that there are some people outside all these targeting option who are more likely to convert, and this option will give Meta the freedom to show this ad beyond the targeting option that you have chosen. So two layer of filter, you're clear? Any question, any confusion about the two layer filter? Anything you want to discuss? Am I going too fast or too slow? Are you able to follow me, or it is too difficult for you to understand? Just let me know. I'm sharing the attendance form now. Let me know in the chat if you're able to follow. If whatever I'm discussing is something that you are able to understand, let me know in the chat. Are you guys clear about detailed targeting? So this is one filter and this is the additional filter. So these are two filters that you need to keep in mind. You want to include people XYZ based on interest, demographic, and behavior, but you also want to put an additional filter. There are a lot of additional filters that we can talk about. There's so many, in fact. You can put filters based on people who are like certain age category, certain genders, certain income level, luxury shoppers, people who are interested in high value items, people who have iPhones. That is something we will discuss. That is an important case. Specifically in India, iPhone is a very curious case. So if you are advertising in US, device will be very important, right? In US, if you target people who are using Android or iOS, the audience demographic itself will be completely different. But it comes to India, that is entirely not true, because 90% of, no offense to them, 90% of the iPhones in India are actually bought on EMI. So you have people who have expensive iPhones, but they are not the luxury shoppers, right? So you can define that here. But in India, if you're targeting people only based on mobile devices, and mobile devices you're targeting specifically people who have, let's say, Android or iOS, then you have to be slightly careful. So this is first level of targeting, where you want to target only people on mobile. So let's say you are advertising a mobile application, or you are advertising something to people who are not likely to stay on laptop all day. Let's say you're targeting something that is more suitable for housewives, so they may accept access the laptop but not entire day, right? They may be children related product, teens related product that you want to advertise to their mothers, but they are mostly on mobile. So you don't want to waste your money on desktop, because you know that the target mothers will be more accessible on mobile as compared to desktop. So you can have that kind of setting here. Then this is something important. This is very, very important. You have to uncheck this option always. So always, irrespective of what Meta suggests you, always make sure you exclude this audience network from most of your campaigns. I'll tell you what audience network is. So audience network is basically websites and mobile apps outside Facebook. It could be a gaming app, it could be anything on the Play Store, it could be a third party website where all kind of content is served. You may or may not want your ad to be visible there. Specifically in the gaming apps and other things, you definitely not get the kind of conversion you need. So you definitely be very, very careful if you're selecting this option. Ideally, I mean, in my experience, whenever I created a Meta ad, I always made sure that I exclude this option. If you are choosing this, then you should have a very, very solid valid reason. Otherwise you will end up wasting a lot of money. So always make sure audience network is unchecked when you start running your campaign. Now, this is something which is called all device, is something that Meta is recommending anyways. So you can go with all devices if you want. Now below that, below this, there's something called placement. What is placement? Placement is all the inventory that Meta has. So where should your ad be visible? You can choose it from here. If you go with advantage plus placement, Meta will do that selection for you. It will by default show it to all the placements, and then it will optimize based on where you are getting the best result. Second option is, if you are an experienced advertiser, you can select your own placement options. So you can, this is the Facebook feed, so this is the Facebook feed, this is the Instagram feed. So this is giving you preview on the left side. So when you hover the mouse over this, you get a preview of this, right? So this is how you configure it. Now there is lot we can cover in the ad creation, and this is what we'll cover tomorrow. Let me quickly walk you through something very, very critical. So I'm giving you an exercise. Can I do original audience or advantage targeting? Yes, if you check that option, Kalal, I was showing you one option there. If you check that option, then Meta will have some freedom with the detailed targeting as well. But if you uncheck that option, then it will only show you detailed targeting options only. It will not be visible to everyone. Now, let's discuss something very, very critical. And I want you to do this exercise tomorrow before you come to the class. If you remember, we discussed about building customer persona, right? We discussed about building the customer persona, and I built a custom gem before this class so that you can use that to build your customer persona for your ad. And this is very, very critical. I was explaining you earlier about why you have to have more than one target audience, and the message that you want to show to that particular target audience is configured according to that particular target audience only. It should not be random message to everyone, right? We discussed that in detail, right? So this is critical for you to understand. We'll share the custom persona detail, this entire jam detail in the WhatsApp group and also in the community. So if you want to copy it, you can copy it. I'll give you the instructions after the class. You want to copy that, you can copy it. Don't worry about that part. Now let's talk about why customer persona is important, how this jam works. So what you have to do is you have to give it a simple prompt. You say that I am running a, let's say, give me some example here. Okay, so I'll say I'm running a tennis academy in Gurgaon. Help me understand my target audience and customer persona. So this particular jam will also work if you just give the website URL. So it will scan your website and it will create the custom persona for you. So what is a customer persona and why is it important? Customer persona is basically you want to understand your target audience and you want to club them in a particular category so that you can create, design a message that is addressing their problem, that is positioning your product as a solution, and that is inspiring them to take a certain action. So for example, a tennis academy could be useful for a mother who has 5-year old kid and she wants that kid to become a tennis player in future. So she will send her daughter to a tennis academy, so she would be looking for a tennis academy actively, right? That could be one target persona for you. So you are creating a, and what is her challenge? She want a safe space for her daughter. She is looking for something that is near her home, easy to go, easy to come back. It has all the facilities and basic structure in place. The place is hygienic and competitive. So these are some of the attributes that a busy mother of a 5-year-old daughter would definitely looking for in a tennis academy. So when you're creating an ad for Anjali Sharma, you will definitely be careful about what you should be highlighting. So her real focus is that she want her 9-year-old son, so in this example it is mentioned son, to nurture his interest and provide him with the best opportunity. So you are targeting that mother who is very very careful in selecting an academy for his son or her son or daughter, right? So you'll talk about reputable reputation, you'll talk about the what kind of proper techniques you teach, then you talk about the sports and lifelong love for it, then you'll talk about competing in the local tournaments, then you'll talk about safe, encouraging and structured environment, and what are the challenges for Rohan's mother Anjali. She wants a schedule that is fitting with her his class and extracurricular activity. She want to find an academy that is near her home. She want to have a quality coaching that justifies the fees. She want to avoid potential injury and maybe also want to have a physiotherapist or a physio trainer within the academy itself. And she want to see somebody who is invested in a long term decision. Now when you have to write an ad for Anjali, you have to build on these parameters. So you have to understand her decision making process, her challenges, her problems, her blind spots while you are writing an ad copy. So building this customer persona is very very important. And we have understood how to define your target audience, right? Now let's say if you want to find this mother Anjali in the audience targeting options, how do you find her? First thing you will have to suggest select is go in the demographic and select parents. The next thing you select is her education level because you want to target someone who can afford an academy for their son, right? Then you will most probably target people who are kind of value high value items, luxury shoppers, because your tennis academy is slightly in the premium segment. So this is how you define. So one is you define that customer persona inside an Excel sheet or inside a Google Gemini gem, and then you take that information from here, convert that into an audience inside your meta ads campaign structure. Once you do done these two things, then you come up with an ad copy, like this should be the headline for mother of Rohan, so that I can target her. Now let's say there is another customer persona, you want to generate more customer persona, so you will give me another persona. So who could be the other person for this kind of academy? So second person could be somebody who is 45-year old. He's working as a software architect, and he is regular gymmer. He goes to gym on daily basis, but that's kind of a monotonous activity for him. So he is looking for something that is physically demanding but mentally engaging. He has been playing tennis in his college days. He remembers how competitive he was. He want to keep playing tennis with his age group and looking for something that can help him get that objective. So goal is he want to pick up tennis again and improve his game. He want a good workout option that is engaging against the gym routine. So he wants something more than gym. He want to expand their social circle. He want to do something that challenges himself mentally and physically. He want to play competitive matches maybe in a friendly manner. And what is his challenge? He want to find an academy that is catering to adults, that schedules coaching timing according to his work schedule, that is not uh, awkward for him to play with other people who are younger than him. The academy is able to understand his learning style and fitness level, and he is able to find a partner that is at the similar skill level. So this is his problem, his challenges. And how will Samir make decision? Now the decision making process that Anjali in the previous example we were following versus a Samir would be completely different. They are looking for the same product but two completely different lenses. Now let's say you have to find Samir inside your meta audience framework using the advantage plus campaign or the detailed targeting option. So how do you find Samir in a detailed targeting option? You'll have to choose a working professional. You have to also define the age group. Maybe 35 to 45 is the age group you're targeting if you're finding Samir there. Then you'll also filter based on maybe certain companies, based on certain job profile. You also have the job profile here. Then you will filter based on their gaming interest. They're interested in tennis, they're interested in sports. So those kind of interest filters you will pick up. So that is your detailed targeting option for finding Samir inside the audience targeting platform. So this is how you connect your persona to the audience filtering options. And once you understood these two, then you will be able to come up with an ad copy, write a headline, sub headline, banner text, call to action that is easily able to connect with Samir and Anjali, right? So that is the process you need to follow in order to create the ad. So the assignment for you to tomorrow is that we will continue with this tennis academy example. What you all have to do when you come for the class tomorrow is that you will find at least four target customer persona for a tennis academy anywhere in your city. What are the important elements that the target person has to keep in mind when they have to look for an option like this? So what is their decision making process? What are their blind spots? What are their challenges? What are their interests? What are their goals? What the person look like? What is the background of Samir Gupta or maybe Anjali? And then how they make decision. So this is how critical it is for you. You'll have to do this exercise. I'll share this jam information inside a document. Maybe we'll paste this in the WhatsApp group or inside the community as well at both the places. You can copy this customer persona generated from there, do this exercise, and tomorrow we will build the entire campaign. Take it from here and we will build the entire campaign. We are already in this class for more than 1 hour now, I think 45, 50 minutes. So lot has been covered. Do this exercise tomorrow, and we will discuss it from there. We'll build the campaign tomorrow, maybe also build the creatives for this tennis academy example, and build a campaign that goes into the custom forms, the Facebook instant forms, right? Any questions from what we discussed today? I think I was going very fast, so I hope you are able to follow what we discussed. Any questions? Any questions you want to discuss now? I'm still here. Any questions, guys? So this customer persona information will be available in the WhatsApp group. I'll share it in the WhatsApp group. You will be able to copy it from there. So if you, I'll let me do that now. This is the instruction I'm copying, and I'll copy this in a document and I'll share it in the group. Yeah, so this is our earlier copywriting framework jams, right? Many of you may be having the link to this document. I'm not sure if you have this earlier. I'll copy and paste this here. You can take it from this. So you can copy the instructions from here, build your custom jam, and complete this exercise for a tennis academy. And tomorrow, I'll take some questions from your side and then maybe build the ad copy, heading, subheading, banners right in front of you, and then we'll complete the ad for a form. So we'll build the customized instant form of Meta. Also use the conditional logic inside. I'll explain what conditional logic means and how to use that, and use that inside this customer persona generator. So we'll be able to build this ad tomorrow. I hope today's class was helpful for you. Yes, Manojita, follow this example only. So everyone that is there in this class right now, I want you to follow this tennis academy example only. We don't want to take different examples. We just want to focus on one example so that everybody is on the same page. Find out the target customers, target customer persona, who could be the all the target options for a tennis academy owner, let's say in Gurgaon, Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad, anywhere in India or outside. How should that person target specifically? What should be the message? Sasank, the group link and the community link are available in the description of this video. If you're still not part of the group, then join it now. If you are still not in the group, join it now. It is the link is available in the chat window. Sorry, the description of this video. Any other question from anybody? Or can we end this class now? Anything you want to discuss, or can we end this class now? Any place, Manojita, place doesn't matter. We want to understand the customer persona. Place is not crucial here. Business will be same. If the business is same, most of the customer, target customer will also be similar. And do one thing as well. So one additional thing I want to just show you quickly. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Just say yes if you can see my screen now. Can you guys still see my screen? Just say yes you can. If you can see my screen, then look at this screen carefully. There's something called Meta Ads Library. The Meta Ads Library is nothing but a collection of all the ads that are currently running or running in past on Meta. Guys, how many of you have liked this video? If you have not liked the video, then at least like this video and subscribe to the channel, please. Now, you have to type Meta Ads Library on Google and you will be able to reach here. All right. Now, let's say we are discussing about customer persona for a tennis academy, right? you can see all the ads that are being run by other people on Meta by just entering the word tennis academy. If they are using this keyword inside their ad, then you will be able to see all the ads that are being run anywhere in India. We have choose the location India. You can also choose the location all. It will show you the global ad, and these are the kind of ads that are currently running in India. So there is one, this Elite Tennis Academy. Then you have this Indus Valley Public School Noida. It is running a banner ad for tennis academy. No admission fee. Public school is open, and they may be using the word tennis inside their ad. That is why this is in the ad group. Then you have Tagore School Tennis Academy. If you see the message, it is clearly targeting the target persona that we discuss. It is clearly targeting the target persona Anjali here. You can see from the message itself, you can see from the caption itself. It says serve your child's future with Tagore School Tennis Academy, where champion starts young, right here in Mayapuri, Delhi. So by looking at this description itself, you can tell that they are targeting Anjali in this ad. We discussed about this, right? Then here you see an option called active ads, right? So this is a default filter that Meta has. If you remove this filter, you will also be able to see the ad that has been running in past. So maybe tomorrow we'll discuss in detail how to analyze which ad is effective, which ad is not effective when it comes to a particular ad, how to judge whether this was effective or not, how much duration the ad was running, then who was the target audience. You will also be able to see more details by clicking on this link. They'll tell you why they are targeting this particular option, who are they targeting, who is the advertiser, where is the placement, where all they're showing the ad. They're showing the Instagram, Facebook, Instagram network. So 99 acre is anyway a big company. They can burn more money, but as a small advertiser, you have to be much more careful and selective. So you'll definitely be able to see all details. We'll walk you through this tomorrow. We'll discuss this in detail. How to understand whether an ad that is already running for some time, whether it is effective, whether it is giving results, or it is just wasting time. We'll discuss that tomorrow. Any other question, or we close now? Shashank, have you joined the community? You can check the previous video. So I remember adding the link of WhatsApp group in yesterday's video. You can pick it from there. So WhatsApp group link will be there in that video. You can check it from there. Any other question, guys? So this copywriting gem I can share on the chat also. You don't have to worry about joining the community just for this. You can pick it from here. If you just want to join for this, then you can copy it from here. You don't have to join the community for that. Anything else, guys? Anything you want to discuss? Kalai, your question is specific. Maybe you can talk to me separately for this. What to do initial stage in textile shop for Meta ads? Where are you based? Which is location? What kind of textile shop? So there are so many other questions that I would have before I give you some advice. So this might not be the right platform to ask this question. If you need some specific help, then you can definitely reach out to us separately for support. You have to do a detailed market research. Who is your target audience? What are you selling? Are you primary, like mass market? Are you luxury? Is it a premium product? It is a mass product. Where all you can sell? Is it a wholesale price that is selling? Is it a retail price? Within the industry itself, are you targeting male, female, younger population, older population? So there are a lot more attributes that you need to be aware. Maybe you can talk separately on the WhatsApp chat. We'll see if we can provide some solution, solid message advice for you. Okay. Anything else? Anything from anybody? So guys, thank you so much. We have been in this call for more than an hour, so it was a real pleasure talking to you all. See you tomorrow at 8:30. We'll discuss something more. We'll also build a live campaign for the tennis academy tomorrow. I'll take you through the steps that we follow in order to finally come up with an ad copy for a target persona. And then we'll also build an instant form ads. And maybe that will be more than enough for the understanding of this class. So thank you so much. And it was a real pleasure talking to you all. Take care. Good night. See you all tomorrow. Happy day ahead, guys. There are 2 more days left with the weekend. So that's it. Thank you. Take care. Bye.